Hello crafty friends, Roxanne here from craftwagon.ca. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'd like to share with you the Paper Pumpkin September 2017 kit called Layered Leaves. So I'd like to share with you some of the card ideas that I did, and I'm going to actually show you how to make a few of these cards. So I did make the samples that they show you in the kit and the instructions. So this is the little pillow box that I made, and then the little 3x3 card. And then of course I wanted to try and use some of the items in the kit in a different way. So these are the 3 cards that I'm going to show you how to make, and at the end of the video I have 3 more cards that I made that I will share with you afterwards. So let's get started. Hello crafty friends, Roxanne here. We're doing a little bit of a throwback Thursday video using the layered leaves from September 2017. I had a little glitch with the video, so I'm kind of splicing it together a little bit. I had some that worked and some that didn't, but when I originally filmed this video, I actually videotaped me preparing to show you the card and not actually doing the card. So I kind of messed up the video and I don't really have any extra stuff to show you. So I thought what I'd do is kind of go over card number 1 and card number 2. Card number 3 does have the video, so I'll add that in. So for card number 1, I used the leaf elements that came in the kit, and I did stamp the leaf over top with the Cajun Craze and added the greeting. And the elements that I added that were a little additional to the kit was I used the Petal Burst embossing folder, and I use Very Vanilla, and then underneath you can see there is a little bit of pumpkin pie, and then the Cajun Craze is the base. So that's card number 1. And then for card number 2 is similar. I use soft suede as the base, or actually sorry, I apologize, I believe that's chocolate chip. Sorry, chocolate chip. And then I use the crushed curry using the Petal Burst embossing folder. All these elements are part of the kit, and then I used 2 leaves, embossed it, and then for the greeting I used Thank You, which also came with the kit, and I used, I believe it's Old Olive is the ink color that I use. So if you continue to watch the video, you will see the card number 3 is coming up, and then also the other alternate projects. So I apologize for that, but hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video, and thanks for watching. So for a third card, we're going to make this one here. Keep Calm and Be Thankful was the greeting that I used. And I used the crumb cake, and what I used were the 2 brown ferny leaves. So you need the 2 brown ferny leaves, the yellow leaves, the circle stamp with Keep Calm and Be Thankful, and then stamp the larger maple leaf with the Cajun Craze that came in the kit. And then for the cardstock, I used crumb cake, cut it 8.5 by 5.5 and folded in half. Then for the base, I used crumb cake again, 5.25 by 4. And then I used Cajun Craze, I cut a square 3.5 by 3.5. Crushed curry, I cut at 3.25 by 3.25. And this soft suede piece is actually the card front, and it's 3 by 3. When you cut the card in half, and there's the other half, and I use the other half in another card, which I'll show you at the end. And so what I did is I have this little nail file. I got it from the dollar store, so I think it's supposed to help keep your nails looking lovely. So don't look at my nails. I did not do my nails today. So for this, we're just going to rub the nail file over the embossing. And as you can see, that it really pops up. So you can see the core of the card's white. You can tell because on the back it's white. It's not the same color all the way through. So that when you use the sanding block, but for this card that I'm going to demonstrate now with you, I wanted to use it. So I saw this and I thought, oh, I love that idea. So to create this card, I just used the dimensionals on the back of the maple leaf and put it on the soft suede square. But before I do that, I forgot about this part here. I used the gold foil or sorry, the gold metallic thread. I don't know if you can see it right there. So that was the accent that I wanted to add. So to do that, use my tape runner, and I put a bit of tape here like this in the middle because we're going to cover that up with the maple leaf. And then I grab the metallic thread and I wrap that around my hand. I don't know, 3 or 4 times maybe 5. You can kind of, again, artistic license. Cutting with my right hand, that was fun. And then what I do is I take the circle and I just plunk it down on the card. And then after it's down, I can move it around a little bit how I want. And I always make sure that the little ends are in the middle of the card so they're not poking out when your card is done. So that's that. And then now we'll take the backings off, and then we'll place this leaf on top. And if you place it a little bit to the top, you can still see some of that embossing that we wanted to kind of highlight a little bit. And then we'll get our gold sticker again and put it on top. I love these that they're done. If you have the colorful season stamp set and see the layering, the seasonal framelit set that coordinates with it, you will notice that this does match up with it. But I love that these are stickers. So I'm going to just put that leaf there. And then to do the bow, I'm going to use the guide that they give you. So on the paper pumpkin kit, there's a ruler at the bottom, and so it measures almost like right to the edge, I guess, is 6 inches. So I actually want about 8 inches, so I'm going to go 4 and 4, and that should be enough for my bow. So that's a great little tool to have. A lot of times I take my paper pumpkin kits with me when I travel or when I'm up at the trailer. So if it rains and I'm inside, I have something fun and exciting to do. And so I love that they include the ruler on the back of the paper, because sometimes when I don't always have everything with me, I just have the basics. I'll just take my paper pumpkin kit, I'll throw in my tape runner and my scissors, and then that's really all I need. So the fact that they have the ruler on the paper pumpkin flyer is terrific, because they'll say, measure your ribbon, 8 inches or 12 inches. So, we can guess, right? But if you're trying to ration out your ribbon in that, I did not do that one upside down, so it's a little bit, I think that'll be good. So we'll just put that aside for now, and we'll get out the crumb cake base. And then, so what I did with the Cajun Craze is I put it straight on, and I try to mat it so that the 3 sides were pretty much even. So that's pretty even all the way around without getting my ruler out. And then for the Cajun Craze, I took it and I offset it just to try something different. Okay, so I think that's good there. Trying to be random. It's not always my thing. And then this one, I did it straight on to the Cajun Craze. So that's that. And then for the accents, I have this. So you can tell I did this backwards, right? So actually I'm going to just tuck this in now because I did it backwards. You're supposed to put the leaves on first. So don't do what I do. And then it looks like I put put the yellow leaves down first, so we'll do that first. And again, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. If you have your scissors, you can lift this up, and that'll loosen off your tape a little bit. And then you can put that back in. So we'll just call this backwards stamping, and then I just grab that and do that a little bit. So that's, so see there, you learned something. You can grab that, and you can actually use a glue dot. You just peel that backing off there and then tuck that underneath, and that'll keep your corner down. So that's that card there. And then to finish it off, I use the dimensionals on the back. And then as you can see, I ran out. So what I do is I cut that little bit off. If you don't know that tip, it's a great tip to use up these little edges. Okay, so there you go. No one sees that anyway, so they won't know that they're all not hexagons on the back. Okay, so then we're just going to mount that on the card base, and there you go. So that's card number 3. Card number 2, and this is the very first card that we started off with the petal burst. And now I'll just share with you a few other ones that I did. So I went ahead and I did this one. The thanks comes from the Positively Picturesque Paper Pumpkin Kit in July of 2017. To do the leaves, what I did was I used the back of the stamp, and I stamped off, and then I stamped on, and then full strength I stamped with the veining side of it, and then I did some random stamping with the leaves. Again, I stamped off for the leaves as well, and then this banner piece here is actually from the other piece that I took off from this card here. So that's the backing piece. I just reused the little bit that was there. So for this card here, I used the soft suede as a card base, and this one I cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And then for the Cajun Craze, I cut at 4 5 1/4. The yellow strip I used crushed curry, and it's 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then what I did is I ran it through the Big Shot. I glued it down, and then I ran it all through the Big Shot to emboss the whole thing. And then I cut the leaves, and then again the backing is scrap. So this 3 by 3 scrap that I cut from the first card I actually used for the back to mat these leaves. And then the happy birthday greeting comes from Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. And then for the last card that I did, I used, so I tried to pull in the Calypso Coral that was in this watercolored leaf here. And so what I did was I took the leaf stamp, the smaller ovally leaf stamp, and then I stamped very random, kind of all over. And then I added the gold metallic thread in the back and the brown fern leaves, and then the maple leaf on the front with the twine that came with the kit. I made the bow. So I used very vanilla Calypso Coral, and then this base I cut it 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then folded that in half. And the greeting, You Make Me Smile, is from Colorful Seasons stamp set. So there you go. There's the cards that I made today with using the alternate projects I made using the Paper Pumpkin Kit. I hope that inspired you to grab your kit and make something fun and exciting and share with your friends and family. Be sure to like my video and subscribe so you can keep up to date on future Paper Pumpkin videos and other Stampin' Up products that are coming ahead. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a fantastic day.